Hi, everyone. My name is Stephanie Pasos, and I want to thank everyone for being here for our talk. I'm very excited to be talking about our next generation chemical sensor. Our Department of Defense needs to modernize its chemical sensors. And so this need was communicated to us through our network of DoD contacts. Current solutions is just based on old technology right now. So this kit that is currently used by our warfighters, for example, changes color when a chemical is detected. The warfighter then has to correctly color match the chemical threat and then communicate this information to the command center. And I don't know about you guys, but when I'm at Home Depot trying to color match, I'm stressed and I'm not in a hostile environment, right? Other technology is capable, but also just really bulky and heavy and cumbersome to use. Our solution is based on a next generation chemical sensor because it is based on microstructures. This just means that they are really, really tiny, right? And this allows us to use more of them and also opens up new opportunities for new applications. For example, being able to mount our sensor into a micro drone, right? So you can imagine this micro drone is less than a pound. It's really, really small. Another application that our technology can use is a smartwatch, type device that the warfighter can use whenever they're in a possible hostile environment. Our main market is the Department of Defense, right? They have a very large budget, and we want a piece of this big pie, right? We're in Texas, so we like everything really big, so we're gonna go for the big guys. Specifically, we're going to target the Air Force, the Chemical and Biological Defense, and the U.S. Transportation Command. We are well positioned with them because we have a prior relationship and we have received funding. Our main competitor in this space is a sensor that is mounted onto a drone. However, this drone, if you can imagine, is about the size of a small television, right? So good luck trying to use that in a stealth type mission. And just like I previously mentioned, other technology is just big and bulky and you can't use for our applications that we're targeting. Our team includes myself. My expertise is in materials chemistry and in the commercialization of products. Javier Pasos is our co-founder and president, and he's an electromagnetic engineer. Our newest hire, Laura Leal, she is our computer scientist and actually a UTRGV student. Our mentors include an ex-colleague that has extensive experience in commercializing multi-million-dollar products. And we also have the Doolittle Institute. The Doolittle Institute, they are technology transfer that help projects that have been funded by the Air Force. In 2023, we received partial funding by the Air Force, and this allowed us to complete 2/3 of our major milestones of our product. With the Startup Texas funds, we will complete all 3 major milestones that will allow us to protect our trade secret that will then further gives us a good opportunity to aim for even larger awards in 2025. In 2026, we plan on bringing fabrication in-house. This will significantly reduce the cost of our product by 92%. And in 2027, we will focus our efforts on product sales and also in our consulting services. At this point, this is when we want to look at other further applications outside of the Department of Defense. One of the major applications that we want to focus on is border security, right? With the idea being that we place these virtually invisible sensors to alert the agents ahead of any potential threats. Another application that we want to focus on, sadly I should say, is the security of our schools, right? We know that this is a national threat, and also we know that this is something that hits close to home, right? Just this week we had threats to our local schools, right? And as a parent and as someone that's expecting another little one, it's terrifying, right? This is a major concern, and it should be top priority. So we definitely want to focus on this type of application, right? And from our understanding, there isn't any solutions currently that really addresses this problem. And in summary, I want to emphasize that we are not just an idea, right? We have 2/3 of our major milestones completed, and with some additional funding, we will complete all major milestones. We also own our IP, meaning that we don't have any licensing cost. We also don't have any dilutive funding, right? And so with this positions us really well to be a very profitable company. And our major goal is to keep our fabrication in-house, right? So this will allow us to decrease the cost per unit and increase our profit margins. And with that, I want to say thank you very much for your time and attention, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions.
I'd like to ask about stress testing, how much you've actually studied the wearability, durability, and lifespan of the actual device itself in different temperate climates, and then understanding the cost of what it takes to manufacture and how we reduce those costs over time.
Yeah, so we're still currently working on stress testing of our product. That's in the very last stage. So we have very preliminary data on that. Sorry, yeah.
How is it powered? Is it like a Apple tag?
Oh, we're gonna have little capacitors. Yeah, sorry.
And the durability of that battery or whatever a capacitor is that 2 years, 3 years? How far out into the sensor until it dies?
Yeah, so we're still in the development phase. So I have quite a bit of background in supercapacitors that we're trying to extend the lifetime. So we're looking in probably months phase of charge life, I should say, of our product. And that's only for wearable devices.
So it's super early still.
Yeah, so we're still in the early stages of that.
I know this question is good or not, but something that I don't like that all is you're taking too long for being on a commercial stage. And I know you have done your homework to make it better, but if there's a way that you can have a pivot commercial side of your product to start putting in the market in an early time, I mean in 2025, 2026 or something earlier. Do you have any idea of how you can do that?
So that's a little bit difficult to answer because our major cost is the fabrication. So our devices are, so in order to manufacture these devices, they're based on microstructures, and these are also based on geometries that aren't used, right? So it's very difficult to try to, speed up the commercialization.
Yeah, that's correct. But my point is here, something that is like an MVP. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's not like I haven't done the full thing yet, but I can sell something in the middle that it's not with the full technology.
Oh, I see. I think our goal is to make the actual product. So, we did talk when we started the company about, possibly licensing our technology, so a lot of the in-house design that we did, but we do want to avoid that and fully commercialize. It's probably just something that we kind of focused on, and we really want to get to the last product, right? Thank you.
I was actually going to ask about the licensing, so you touched on that.
Okay, so yeah.
And we are at time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
Bye.